My channel, what it do, Sky Squad? In this video, I want to talk about pros and cons of seeing a loctician. And if you guys are just joining, I hope you stay around for a while. Hit the subscribe button to be a part of the Sky Squad. But when I started my loc journey, I actually went to a loctician. She installed my comb coils for me, and she retwisted them for the first 4 or 5 months, and then ever since then I've been taking care of my hair myself. So kind of looking back, I'm kind of tell you if it's worth it or not, what's the pros and cons and all that. So the first con I'm gonna say is actually finding someone who knows what they're doing. That's probably the hardest part and the most important part. Your whole loc journey can be screwed if you go to someone who just acts like they know what they're talking about, or put products in your hair that is not good for it at all, breaks your hair out, anything. Don't listen to you as a client. So really research, meaning look at reviews, ask people word of mouth, really look at their work online. Don't be afraid to ask the questions of what products do you use, is there a reason why you use these certain products, what do these products do for the hair, and make sure you go ahead and then research those products yourself. A lot of places make you do a consultation, which is kind of a con because it's more money. But I feel like in that consult, you can actually ask the questions you need to ask. And you rather spend money and then not go than to spend money, go, and you're totally jacked up. So just trying to find someone who's not full of crap, and it's probably the hardest part. But the pro is once you find someone, you have someone that is knowledgeable about locks. And so when you're going through your transitions in your journey, like from starter locks to budding, you are able to have someone that you can kind of ask, specifically related to your hair, is this normal or not? Should I expect this or not? The lady I went to, she is in a shop. She has locks, and she's been working with other people's locks for 8 years. She started them, maintained them, repair them, does lock extensions. She does it all. So I felt very comfortable going to her, and a couple of people that I went to college with had their locks started by her, and I actually got to see her work. So luckily for me, I already knew who I wanted to go to. I've even checked out another person, but I felt more comfortable with the lady I went with, and I'm pretty happy that I did, because my locks are exactly what I wanted, and she was able to just kind of help me out through the beginning stages where it's really crazy and you don't know quite what to do. So those are the first pros and cons. The second con is the price. Honestly, this is the only thing I don't like, and this is one of the reasons why I stopped going, was because, well, the top reason was I've always wanted to maintain my own locks anyway. Eventually, when I got to a point, I wanted to maintain my own locks. So it was nothing against my loctician or anything like that. I just wanted a hairstyle that I can maintain myself better and get exactly what I want out of it. So she helped me get to that point. But the second reason why and the second con is because of the price. Depending on where you go and who's charging what, just to get your locks started could be a couple $100s, and that's a lot. A lot of people do lock extensions for $300, let alone if you're just starting with your own natural hair and you're just putting in some comb coils, it could be $100, it could be more. I can't remember exactly how much mine was. It was not $200. It wasn't $200. I think if I started out with a 2-strand twist, though, it would have been more, and probably would have been the $200 mark. But it did not cost $200 to start my locks. It cost, I can't really tell. I can't really remember. It was more than $50, I'll tell you that. But it was under $200. I really don't think it was even $150, to be honest. I'm not quite sure, but it was more than a normal retwist. So yeah, so when you go to a loctician, especially in a shop or anything like that, you're gonna end up paying some money in the beginning, and so that's the number one, one of the reasons why I don't like going to locticians, just because it is a lot of money. But the pro, if you think there's a pro, the pro to this is you're investing into something that's going to be like a lifelong, or for many years, hopefully. It's up to you on how long this journey is. So it's not like you're just doing a one-time style. It's kind of like a style that does happen one time, ever so often, but it's basically investing into your future is how I want to say it. So it's not like I'm going to wash out my comb coils every single time I go. I'm going to wash my hair, and the comb coils that were established before is going with me now. So it's more of like an investment. So that would be kind of the pro of spending the money. It's not like a one-time thing. It's actually investing into your loc journey. So that's another way to look at it. those are the two major cons and the two major pros, really. Now I'm just going to talk to you guys about my experience personally as a going to a loctician. What do I feel like you should do if you're battling between should I go to a loctician to start my locks, repair my locks, or maintain my locks or not. So these are some of my thoughts. I'm glad I went to my loctician. She was amazing. She's great. I would probably still go to her if I just feel like not doing my hair or something like that, or if I want to feel like extra pampered. I would definitely go back to her, no problem. Me personally, I'm glad I went to her to at least start my locks and maintain them for a certain amount of time, just because I don't think I would have known how to do the part, like the lock to part ratio right to get the look I wanted. And I knew I wanted to start with comb coils, so I'm not really good at doing comb coils on myself. It's a little bit harder. Yeah, so I don't know if I would have got my parting right. She added like a little deep part here so I could have bangs. You guys have seen that in my other video, but I'm glad I went, at least to get started, to maintain, because it's hard for me to do comb coils on myself. A lot of people that I've seen have done 2-strand twist, but if you're able to do it yourself, honestly. Definitely. Or if you just want to get them started, I feel like that's great to go to a loctician for. And I'm glad I went to her to maintain after, because I did try to like wash and retwist myself. That was my infamous 3-week washing retwist fail, because they hadn't started budding yet, and I had too much water pressure and too much product. So until they started budding, we kind of held off on the washing, and that does not mean we waited 6 months or a year. It means we might have waited at the end of my 2 months, I think I was pretty much able to get a full deep cleansing wash and retwist with the shampoo and the conditioner and all that. So about 2 or 3 months. But I'm glad I went to her until a couple months after that, because now I was like paying attention to how she was doing it. I was taking note of like what way she was kind of like twisting it. I just kind of picked up tips just being in the chair. I was taking note of how long she had me under the dryer, what she'd do when I got out of the dryer, things like that. So I pretty much waited until I was sure that none of my hair was going to unravel. And then I started just getting used to palm rolling in a certain direction and keeping in mind which direction I want to be in. I paid attention to clip placement better now, because I would visualize when she was putting the clips in. And then I saw a video and all that too. So going to a knowledgeable person and actually observing and taking note of what they're doing for your hair and what they're doing can help you in the long run. So I haven't been to her since. But I feel like I didn't waste any money going to her. I feel like it was well worth it. But if you look on YouTube long enough and you feel comfortable and confident starting your own locks, I suggest you should. I mean, you shouldn't have to spend a whole lot of money, or at least you could start yours and then go get a retwist every now and then, and see if there's any improvements you need to do if you're scared or concerned. So that is one way to save money. If you actually start your locks and just book a retwist, then you kind of see what the loctician does, if you want to continue with them or not, and things like that. So if you want to save some money, just probably start them yourself, and keep in mind your hair texture though. With all the videos that you see, everyone doesn't have the same kind of hair texture, or the same fullness, or same surface area of hair. So keep that in mind with the end result that you want. But if you do want to save some money, I think installing the comb coils or two-strand twist is probably what's the most expensive. So that's pretty much it. My pros and cons of going to a loctician. I had a very good experience. Some people have horrible experiences, but I want to say, when you take away from this video, do not be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask them what products they're using. Then don't be afraid to go ahead and look up those products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs it up, hit me up in the comment section, and subscribe. Bye.